Then this is 32 states.
People of Lagos State.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mark, you remain down there.
Because the thesis has always been to have an agreement. If you are to consult the people, you know how the consultations of the people are supposed to be taken into course. Until such a point in time, for you to come and say, because the government has already issued it and we have to leave it because the people needed it, and as such we need to focus on peace. It just doesn't make sense. Because this peace agreement, you did not sign the peace agreement by yourself. You signed it with a party. And over the years, what has been dragging? Why is these people keep on adjourning the formation of the government? Is it not because of this pertinent issue, like the security arrangement and the issue of the 10 states, even the 100 days? So I don't know how are you going to bring peace when these issues are still at stake. We need to be honest with ourselves. We need to know that for us, first of all, we don't have to violate the agreement. 1, 2, we don't have to violate the constitution and call it, that is something that is needed by the people. We also have to respect, the wishes and aspirations of the people. So the mechanism that will actually bring about this new dispensation is not now. If you wanted to bring the peace, let us implement the agreement into a letter and in a spirit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Peter, let me give Tereza, and I will give you 2 minutes. It don't matter that. Why the color Tereza, Molara Tereza, Dan Negnedi, Peter, 3 minutes, Nedi Fursele Mark. Actually, we are running out. Fi Haja Aslam, topic, but then there, still Tereza and Bashmandis Dominic, who are Kalambita, the Assistant Secretary of State for Bureau of African Affairs. So we need to comment before we close the show. Further, okay. I will give you Peter.
But I want to correct my name. I'm sorry, Mr. Tereza.
Bol.
Please. Yes.
Sorry, Bol, yeah. Bol Makera. Yeah, Bol Makera Shen. Thank you.
Bol Makur.
Bol Makur.
Asambta fugarda ita kama deru ina dikwezi ya.
No.
Utazama tashili simbagar malo ya.
Asa. Kala kitu ani banari bol wala sa bul resim da sa da za tire resim da bagar.
Gala sam.
Bol resim.
Tashila asma da bagar le juri.
Le
bol.
Allah, Tereza, go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, welcome, Brother Bol, in the program, The Voice of the People. As my brother Dominic added, I just want to add a little bit into this as well. You said that 32 states is wanted by South Sudanese. And you did not even give us an evidence. It's only a word of mouth that I speak to so and so and so. Here, when we're talking based on the document in front of us. Yeah. Margarita Mashet Matam Zahara, you spoke to 2 or 3 people that you share your Sahan Babat, and then you come and tell us that this is your ihsaiya that now you're going to use it everywhere. I know very well.
Big propaganda with it.
I know very well, my brother, that you're one of those supporters of 32 states because of the legacy. This is true. We shouldn't deny this. This is not a popular demand. This is not a popular demand by the people of South Sudan. And don't be fooled by those demonstrations that you saw it in growing state in some areas. Those are paid demonstration, because Why is it only the demonstration of those supporting the 32 states are being left to go and freely without being stopped or arrested by the national security? My brother, if the people who are asking for 10 states can be given a chance to go and demonstrate it,
yes, Kulum.
And the other thing, you forgot one thing. We have 4 million South Sudanese are in refugees camps. So this is already like we have, let's say, maybe I'm not gonna exaggerate. This is maybe almost to half of the population of South Sudan. Leave alone that the people that we have in diaspora here, okay? Because we, as the people outside, we voted for that country. When there was a referendum, we voted for it. You see? So you said that let us support peace. I don't know which peace. Peace is a process. They are not actually doing any process to promote the peace to go forward. So you're asking us, Gali, leave this issue. This is part of the issue. The agreement was signed during the 10 states. And the 32 states just came in and violate the agreement and violate the constitution itself. So here, you have no argument to come and tell us this thing is like this. And you say, I have met those people here and that. You know, you guys support the peace, you know, as if the peace is, as if we are actually people only for war. We are not for war, my brother. But the reason why we oppose the government, because of this kind of violation of the constitution and violation of the agreement. So this is my point here, and I will raise my case.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tereza.
You're welcome.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Bolia, welcome. Yeah, let me give you actually 2 minutes because we're down there. So welcome, yeah.
Yes, you know, when somebody is opposing something, it is very hard for him or for her always to accept. He or she will defend his point to the highest. Okay, so with me, I will not argue because where I am right now, I am in forum, the voice of people forum. You know, so whatever I will say will not make sense because it is where opposers are.
Why you put that? We are arguing here. Why you put that?
Give meaning, you know. So I just better there no gulu. Piaja Teresa Gal, what peace now you talking about? Because Teresa don't follow the peace. All what she follow is what she want to oppose. Right now,
no problem. I will reply to you.
Yeah, right now, the issue of cantonment that we were, we were looking at as a problem is being addressed. People now are under the training. Camps are being joined together. She don't even read those, you know. All
Who
what
said
she
that?
is proposed. You know,
fighting now going on in many states between IO and the government. You are the one not following.
There is no fighting going on, actually.
Yeah, anyhow, thank you.
You finish your point, I will reply to that.
Finish your point, thank you. You finished?
There is no actually war going on right now. Actually, many opposition are joining the government for the peace. There is no war going on. There's so many IO members join the government, but that's not my take, actually. My take is that let's just support peace. So I will not actually continue a lot because I don't have constitution in front of me, so I can be legit. Yeah. So I will leave it from here and let Teresa respond what she want to say.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother Bol, for coming. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
brother Bol, thank you for your response. Sorry, just your argument is very poor. You said that, you said that the issue of the containment is already solved. We already read about it. We know even there is a tension in Mapel when the two army brought together. They already tension. And if you understand the word tension, maybe you can check it later. in dictionary. So, and when you say that those of Tereza, they don't actually care about the peace or whatever, you want to sound that as if we're in the nas bita harib ma drag that. Yaki, you have the General Osheng, Alishtorov nas Hakuma Chao Damada, Ochang, James Ochang. Now he's fighting. He's now on the side of the government, and he's fighting the forces of IO. You know, and you know, my brother Bol is actually contradicting himself. He's saying that so many people from the IO are joining the government. So you already signed an agreement with IO. So why do you need to want to buy or to recruit or to you know, bring those to join you? This is my message to the government, especially bital amn des no ما أقول كور المستشار الأمن اللي هو توتكيو طبعا ده الزول اللي في الشنطة هو يا بيشتري opposition ده كله. This is what he's doing. I just want to tell Tutkeo and President Salva Kiir, those that you buy them with money, tomorrow when that money finish, they will go back to the same business. You will go and buy them again. You guys are prolonging the war. It's known that you guys don't want the war, the war to stop in South Sudan. That's why you're doing this. You're not focused. You're not focusing on the peace. You're more focusing on the war. Because someone like Osheng, General James Osheng, why do you need to supply him with a weapon to go and fight the IO? You see? They are siyasa bita you know, al-bugul siyasa tfarrik tasut, you know, adrab al-abdu bil-abd. Exactly, this is the siyasa bita mu'tamar watani. Now they are doing the same exactly. Now you see General Osheng go and fighting Jamal Behnak da aglabitum da min Nuer. So Nuer now are fighting themselves. This is exactly what we are trying to educate our people. That's the government that you have is your enemy. The same thing that you can see even in Lake State, the place where there is no war, the people are fighting themselves. The Murle are fighting with Dinka Bor, who is actually giving a supply of the weapon to Murle, who is actually supporting the other communities. And why this should continue? The government of South Sudan actually is not there to let the communities live in peace. They want the community to fight. They will use the communities later only when there is an election. Temporary security in your state or your area. Whenever you voted for them, they will start to continue to destabilize those areas. عشان هم دايرين إنه إيال بتاعكم انتوا في communities ديل, you know, ما يعيشوا في سلام, ما يعيشوا في استقرار, ولا يتعلموا ولا يعرفوا حقوق بتاعهم. This is my message.
Thank you.
I want also to say,
yes,
the 10 state is constitutional. The 32 state is unconstitutional. This is something I want to say, and it's also against the agreement that is being signed in 2015, and then it's being revitalized in 2018. My brother Edward, maybe I should give chance to others.
Yes, thank you.
Or maybe you can leave Brother Dominic. Will continue when Brother Mark is there as well. Yeah,
thank
God bless you.
God bless you. Shukran. Thank you so much, Sister Tereza.
Yeah, God bless
very
you.
well. You make it very well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you. Let me bring Luigi up. Mark.
Yep.
Yeah, Faddal, marhaba.
Yeah, shukran Idor.
Luigi, marhaba.
Dominic. Yeah. Also, thank you to the last lecture media, Bol Makur and Peter Kane. So, yeah.
Where is your face? Luigi is not there, you know?
Yeah, I don't.
كلم معك.
Yeah. Benefit, I'm not going to go into the details of the constitutional part because already covered, and I have no much idea about the constitution. But and I will focus I'll start from the point, from the activities that link to this process for 11 years that how these 32 states came in. I think Dominic covered some of the part by mentioning where was the
Luigi,
I'm here.
If you have,
I am here.
Ana Same, lo inda jihaz jamba gakfilo. Lo inda haja tania, jihaz shagal tani. Wasser.
Yeah, Faisal. Yeah, the point is started. Dominic mentioned that the reasons was not the states. The genuine reasons for this one was creating new counties. I have attended the Governors Forum in 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2013. So, each كل سنة طبعا حاجة بدأ من 2006 موضوع الجفرنس فورمز but كل سنة بيكون في نداءات إن we need more counties وكده. الولاية ده كان مطلوب يتم تشكيله كان ولاية شمال النيل و أكوبو مش أكوبو بيبور because كان في huge conflict between Murle Nueru and Kabul. So they are kind of recommendation, but most of the recommendations were to form new counties. وكل مرة بيكون في negotiations or discussion about the situation in those states. The thing is, the guidelines can people has to follow the creation of those states or those counties based on the constitution. ووجهوا كان مكتب رئيس إنه to follow up process ده من 2009 because في كلام كانوا يقولون by the independence of South Sudan we may need around another 3 states or 4 states but الكلام ده كله كان لسه as draft. في 2013 they decided to make it as the last discussion to come up with the last decision for either to go for more states or adding more counties. لأنه كان في مشاكل زي ما قال بقى يناقشوا المشاكل الأمنية والمشاكل الحدود بين المحافظات. الحاجات ده كله being addressed, but for some reason because of the war of 2013, people went into the war and then موضوع بتاع إنه تقسيم السلطة بين الحكومة والمعارضة في الزمن ده. So people went to the side like to do the tactics and bigger more سلطة, so we have to control the walls as well. إنه حاجة زي البترول or the gold في Eastern Equatoria. So ده كان الأطماع اللي خلى الحكومة يمشي إنه يقسم الولايات ل 28. and إذا رجعنا ذات في المؤتمر برازيل الكبرى في 2012, one of the recommendations is also to form new states in South Sudan, but was not mentioned in the resolutions. But إذا مشيت برضو للموضوع مناقشة بتاعت مشاكل بتاعت الحكم المحلي في جنوب السودان was there في resolution بتاعت Equatorian Federation Conference. فهنا ده الناس اللي كانوا متابعين الأحداث they will know how these things came up موضوع ال 32 states and موضوع بتاعت
yeah, and we are continuing. Mark, before you continue, actually الزمن بتاعنا انتهى 2 hours, but okay. Let us limit time actually لأنه I'm just going to adjust the shows بتاعي في الجاي لعادي يكون almost 2 hours. Dominic, Mark, في question من جوكتاب انا افتكر بعدين لو لويجي دومينيك برضه you note it down. انتوا شايفين الكويشن ده في انا بخطه في سكرين هنا عشان يا واصل.
My question.
Yeah. My question, yeah, to both Dominic and Mark, what will be the worst scenario if the government and opposition groups could not agree on outstanding issues?
هيكون the war بالنسبة لي. This is a simple question. I mean answer. I know. مع الحاجة that's like now you have two groups. في ناس دايرين، في ناس متنكشين في شغل الحكومة عملوا ده و they have been mobilized وعملوا شغل بتاع مؤتمر وطني، المسيرات الجماهيرية زمان بيعملوه. So في ناس معارضين، الناس المعارضين ده they feel that they went through injustice. فالنتيجة طبيعية للجوطة ده كله هيكون في شكله. هنا we are not promoting the war but we want to avoid it by نرجع للبيس لاين. يعني هو بيس لاين هذا شنو؟ 10 states. then بعدين الناس بيناقشوا المشاكل whether we need more states whether we need more counties ولا غيره. لأنه في النهاية أنا زي ما قاعد نقول لك من الحاجات اللي ناقشنا even مايكل ماكوي ده من الناس اللي كانوا معارضين الولايات الجديد. أنا ما أعرف فجأة كده بقى زول يعني عملوا بكلام تا نيو ستيتس لما هو بقى مشدد. فهي was refusing كلام تا نيو ستيتس زمان.
يا لويجي اتفضل. انا شايف روبرت وكوار، انا شفت قلت تحت هنا you drop out coming for انا شايف انت مشيت you can come back again. اتفضل لويجي.
Thank you, Edward, and also let me thank your viewers, Voice of the People, and our brother Dominic, Mark, and Sister Tereza who just left. But I don't know, on the share screen, is that the way it's supposed to look?
No, you good. Huh?
أنا شايف مقسم كده مع الفاضي وأنا تحت كده. Is okay?
No, ما مقسم. بكون أنت كويس. هذا أنت شايف اثنين ولا شنو؟ The screen is good. Continue.
But anyway, so I mean, I think I couldn't. I don't know if I lost the link or what. That's why I couldn't get in Mingibel until I just got it now.
Okay.
So that's why you didn't see me earlier. But I think, I mean, thank you for the topic, Taban, and that topic is very important. I mean, it's still controversial, and there's a lot of people is not understanding that topic with that the 32 state and was the 10 state and adding the state on top of the state, and our brothers and sisters who still believe that 32 state is the best for South Sudan, I think they still lost somewhere on the way. Brother Dominic, I'm not going to go back to the article with Dr. Santino Ayolda, because as you explained in the beginning, and Dominic touched on it also, yes. I mean, it's biased. And what he wrote that article actually based on his own personal interest, So, ما في حاجة أنا أقول مقدمة لجنوبين, to understand better the idea that 32 state. But anybody, the people who are really like
comment with that John Kembagal, what are you smoking?
John Kembagal is our guy here, So
yes, smoking. Continue,
these are different one. But the question here, the serious question here, Edward, yes. Dominic, my guy, since the 32 state or 28 state, since the degree order of 36, when we added this state to South Sudan, has anything changed in behavior? That Hakuma or behavior that Nas or Nas they're in Mahalton. Is anything changed as we develop better? Till today? The people who are demanding their own state. Yeah? Nothing has changed. Even if we talk about Kalam al Bugulo, when we talk about the popular demand, ما في حاجة اسمه popular demand. لأن الموضوع ده أصلاً ما رضى للشعب. So when you look at that article, and in term in IBC referendum, it doesn't make any sense. But let's look at the new states and the boundaries. If you look at the Bibor Mabor Mashakal Murleda, it's still going on until today. If the Murle got their own state, had they changed, they said, okay, we're good now, we don't want to touch anybody else. Those activities still going on, If you go to Lagos State and Nakal Kasamum there, this activity is still going on. So where is the understanding of dividing the country to this 32 state? What is it helping us? It's actually taking the country back. If you the public service basket, just look at the al-mashakil, look at the issues of people are not getting their salary for 6 months and whatever the 8 months. You know, creating more this state. What effect is going to do to the government itself? You know, because now with the 10 state, even the government has not. The people are struggling. You know, now you're creating all these states. You need a governor. You need a Sitash or Wazir, like all 16 ministers, or come, I think, about 16, 15 to the states. You know, these are burden to the budget of the government, and you can't carry the situation right now. You know, so my question: those people who keep saying, "Oh, we need more state. We're going to develop our state." What are you going to develop your state with, even? Where will you get the budget from? Because if you're still going to look to Kir regime in Agra, he's not going to give you anything. That's why you have those governors sitting Tereza. You know. So why don't we just go back and think, even our brother from the Lagos state now keep saying, oh, we are a pro-32. Like, what do you want the 32 state for? Take an example, India. India into 28 state. You know, Sukan Mitawakam, right now, you talk India, it's 1.339 billion.
Billions.
Yeah. There's Nazaland on 28 state. Actually, they are 29, and they just took one out and they combined the Kashmir and Jammu because statewide. So now, if this number of people can have only 28 states, and we are just 9 million, even the citizen living in the US right now, the number of the Sukanda citizens, actually, Sukanda, you know, Sudan. This is just one city. We live in New York, both me and Tereza. But she live in the other side. And Medina Taida, you know? So, you know, ask yourself again, what do you need the 32 states for? You know? With 10 states, we could not develop them. There is no service delivery, you know. We have not built any hospitals, you know. We don't have any schools, you know, like proper school. There's no infrastructure. There's no road, you know. Now, are we supposed to be talking about developing whatever we have right now? And then we can think later on when we start developing. See, people have misconception. Shadid for Banamita 32 state. I hear some people talking like, oh, they're not a room. Oh, we don't want to live with Nuer anymore. We want to be our own state. We're going to develop our own state. Okay, you don't want to live with the Nuer. You're going to be neighbors with Nuer. You think if you have your own state, Nuer got their own state, they will not fight? If they want to attack, they will come and attack you there.
Yes, correct.
Yeah? So why people don't make any sense at all? I mean, people like Dr. Raiwell writing all this nonsense, and he's teaching people in the University of Juba, and that's what he writes? And call himself as a PhD holder? Yeah, Jama. We all know from the beginning what happened with this creation with that 28 state. The map was drawn by who? Yen Council.
Yes.
Yen Council did this purposely.
And the proposal, it was 24 states in the proposal of Yen Council of Elders, and I have it.
Right.
Yes.
And they may even draw the map before even Mayosel president.
Rais.
Yeah, they had it for like almost a year.
Yes.
But if you look at the issue, actually, with the Yen Council, they were targeting a couple of states, and one of them was Malakal, Upper Nile.
Right.
Upper Nile, there were 2 issues with Upper Nile. Driving out Shuluk from Malakal. That was number 1. You know? Shuluk, and this thing not started even by Modu of the 2 states. It started by Modu of that when they started introducing issue of the mayor and commissioner at the same time.
Right.
You know? And that time I was in Malakal.
Yes.
When they brought this guy, because according to what they do, I mean, the Muhafiz Council, and they brought the mayor, Mina Denka. And that caused the issue because now the mayor thing is above the Muhafiz. And that they have this organization about the Mala, because you cannot have one city with the mayor and Muhafiz at the same time. Either one. Even you look at US right now, you can't find that guy, there's a commissioner and there's a mayor. Muhafiz has it.
No.
So the confusion system of governing for South Sudan, I mean, our intellectual, like people like this who are teaching in university, and I heard that guy graduated from university in Toronto. I mean, and you go confuse people like that? So what is the point? That's why we have people in the Western world here. I mean, you don't know if they go to school or they don't go to school. You have these people are crying every day on the social media. Oh, I want my state. I'm going to develop my state. You go get your state. How are you going to develop your state if there's no infrastructure to connect even to the central government? How are you going to develop it? You know? How are you going to move to come to Juba and connect to Uganda or to Kenya so you can get, even building material, we don't have it there, So how are you going to move from Mahala, the remote there in Sudan, and come to the central government, whatever, to move the good or to take anything? Right now, people are suffering. Even Rumbek, for them to get diesel, sometimes it takes like 15 days, 20 days, because of the rainy season. And Rumbek, we used to go from Juba to Rumbek, it's only hours. So if the fuel tank are going to take almost 20 days from Juba to Rumbek during the rainy season, and now Rumbek or Lagos State is divided to, my brother in the Lagos State media, look, the Lagos State divided to how many? How are they going to get even the service delivery to them? So the issue need thinking. Even Lamarais introduced it, that article. He didn't know even by himself. And I was in Juba when he read Ajara. But my entire organ, Yeah, he doesn't know what he was reading even.
Yes.
And he doesn't know the consequences.
We watched that. We're watching.
And who was behind him? Who was standing with him when he was reading that? In Council of Elders. There's a member. Instead of guiding Barana, we live in the West here and we're supposed to think, Ajama, blind follow Emmanuel got a Kulu Marabita, how will that Laman
the blind owl,
because you eat a guy from America, you're just saying that, we need 32 states. Like, have you been to South Sudan to see how 32 states can be developed? If we couldn't develop the same state? Huh? If you become, you have like four states in Lagos, I think, there are 4, right?
Yes, 4.
Three. Yeah, 4. Okay. No, 3, because Western Lake and Eastern Lake, and then Gok. Yeah. So, now, into Talata State in Ak. I know the message of Rumbek because I grew up in Rumbek. I don't know capacity the message for them now. But
not capacity, yeah.
Okay. So now, Mark knows someone better. Yeah. Okay. Now, EU 3 state to guide Malwai. Mind the message for Sakala Low. It's legitimate message for Juba is worth even. Message for Juba, if even Zol Bidaga, you have to go buy it from Izakana and then you give it to the doctor, and the doctor is waiting you to supply him with the medicine, with everything. Loita mind the Zol Bidaga Mut for and I've seen that. Yeah. You have to supply the doctor by equipment will be Hajar there in Amalukulu. So let's buy it sure. These brothers who doesn't make any sense there, and forget about Dr. Ayuel, Santino Ayuel there or whoever, because he's a wrong guy, and wrong is the only people who are believing right now that they will be better off with their own state. But they don't know they can be cut off. Even if they have their own state, they can be cut off because they're in the middle of nowhere there. Even though they're in Sitijada, Kortunga, Bordo, it will not be easy for them. But let them think back, and that's why they have somebody like this intellectual. It's just going to, she has enough to there and just, with this kind of document, like not even, it reduces capacity that as a PhD holder. Because if you're going to teach a student like that, try to make the Constitution, and it's very clear, the article in that the president violated the Constitution by him making the order before he put it to the parliament. He has a right, felon, like he has to go to the parliament first.
Yes.
And then will be adopted later.
Good point. And I want just what.
Yeah. So he made the order and forced the parliament to adopt it. And because parliamentarians are useless.
Yes.
I will close it and you will go to the market. A dictator like that. Somebody
Luigi Magali into Nukta Khali Gulu Badak Narjalek so you can finish. But then Badak fits one and then Sal Kumleo, other than Kumbaden Luigi, Gabli Mataktim, Tamura Leo Magu Badak Dominic Alhua, Al Kalambita del Al Kalambita del statement bita Tibers P. Negidel, who are Assistant Secretary of State of for the Bureau of African Affairs, United States of America, who are Galinu, requesting from East Africans must jail Kiir Riek Machar for peace to come or to return to South Sudan. So it looks like the United States, they already taken a step ahead, like, and we know Trump, President Trump.
Democrats or Republican?
No, he's a Republican. He's a Republican. Gal Kiir, Riek Machar, they need to be jailed in order the peace to come to South Sudan. So, then you make comment on it. So continue. Mark, go and knock it.
أنت عارف if you remember عشان تعرف ذات إنه الموضوع ده بتاع الولاية ده.
نعم.
ناس البرلمان ما نطوا منه في نفس ده شهر 12 ولا شهر 11 في الزمن اللي أنا جيت جوبا بعد الديكرير لأنه هم شالوا presidential order ودهم يجلسوا الولاية تاني ورجعوا البرلمان عملوا جلسة مشتركة ده عشان جابك في زول لسون بول ما كورة دم بيتر قال البرلمان I think هو سمع إنه حاجة ده أنا ما أعرف ناس قاعدين في جوبا ولا قاعدين يضربوا لهم
ما قاعد يمشوا هجوا جوبا وين
عشان كده عشان هنا قاعد نقول يا جماعة قصص جوبا ده there are so many nobody just assume something outside here ويجي يتكلم كلام فالمهم وده برلمان there was a lot of debate and that problem even caused the firing بتاع رئيس اللجنة الإعلامية بالبرلمان من الممثل الدائرة بتاع اللانيا اسمه في هنا I forgot his name anyway توماس ولا no I will get it later yeah I will try المهم منو كده أنا ما عنده anyway فهم من الناس الفوتينج against الكلام لأنه ده عملوا فوتينج لما لقوا إنه في موضوع ده جاي وحتى including members MPs شيلوا طلعوا لأنه الكلام ده ما نفع معهم فالرئيس قال خلاص أوكي خلوا حاجة ده ونحن هنناقش فوقه we'll debate on it and then لحد ما الناس الأيو يجوا لجوبا الكلام ده اليوم الليلة علق في النقطة ده لا يعرفوا يناقشوا كيف ولا يعرفوا يعملوا شنو يا هنا من الناس أباندينجا ناس زيك اللي بيقول يا أخي نوير ما عنده ولايات كتير
قالوا زول اسمه توماس كوندو اسمه توماس
كوندو
توماس كوندو يعني مثال توماس كلين يعني أنا
يا so ده زول الوحيد الام بي الوحيد الشجاع في البرلمان قال لك كلام فارغ وقال ناس ريال 10 ولايات بعدين هنا نقدر ناخذ لانه هو رجع للريزولوشن الكلام اللي قاعد قلت الجفرنس فورم ورجع للجفرنس فورم للريزولوشن بتاع جفرنس فورم في بنتيو في 2008 ده كان اكثر يعني فورم كان فوق عديد فوق شكله يقدر انه ناس كانوا يقولوا يا اخي موضوع كلام 2% ناقشوها هيك كده انا كنت لي فور 3 days اخذ 5 ايام رئيس ذاته ما قدر يقول بقى الكلام ده بقى سخن وحاجات السياسه وما بقدر فوق فالمهم قال يفعلوا باس للريزولوشن ده فدل الاشكاليات اللي احنا قاعدين نتكلم فيها انه نازل اي زول يجي برمي كلام يمشي ونزل حاجات ده في فورم بتاعهم هناك و they say whatever they want to say المهم كلام كثير في حاجه انا I have nothing more to do say but موضوع بتاع
ممكن تعلق على الموضوع بتاع الأورمان